Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that is absolutely critical for anyone serious about cybersecurity: mastering the art of web shell detection. Think of your web server as your digital fortress. It holds valuable data, runs critical applications, and represents your presence online. But what if an attacker finds a secret backdoor, a hidden entrance they can use anytime they want? That's exactly what a web shell is. It's a malicious script that, once uploaded to your server, gives an attacker remote control. They can steal data, deface your website, or even use your server to launch further attacks across the internet. The scary part? They're often stealthy and hard to find. But don't worry, because by the end of this video, you'll have a complete toolkit of strategies to hunt down and eliminate these hidden threats. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's get started on fortifying your digital defenses. First things first, let's break down exactly what we're up against. What is a web shell? In simple terms, it's a piece of code written in a web programming language like PHP, ASP, or JSP. An attacker exploits a vulnerability in your web application, maybe an insecure file upload form, or a weak plugin to get this malicious script onto your server. Once it's there, the web shell acts like a command line interface accessible through a web browser. The attacker can simply visit a specific URL, and boom, they have a control panel for your server. They can execute system commands, browse your file system, upload more malicious tools, and exfiltrate sensitive information like customer data or database credentials. The risks are enormous, ranging from data breaches that can destroy your reputation to complete server compromise. Understanding this fundamental threat is the first and most crucial step in defending against it. So, how do we start hunting for these elusive threats? One of the most effective methods is by monitoring your network traffic. Think of it like being a security guard watching the comings and goings of a building. A web shell needs to communicate with the attacker, and this creates network activity. You should be on the lookout for unusual or suspicious connections to and from your web server. For example, is your server suddenly making outbound connections to an IP address in a country you do business with? Is there an unexpected amount of data being transferred from a seemingly innocuous script file? These are red flags. Tools like Wireshark for packet analysis or network intrusion detection systems like Snort or Suricata are invaluable here. They can help you visualize and analyze traffic patterns, allowing you to spot anomalies that could indicate a web shell phoning home to its master. Setting up alerts for connections on non-standard ports or traffic patterns that deviate from your normal baseline is a powerful proactive measure. Next up is a technique that's straightforward but incredibly effective: regularly reviewing your web-accessible directories. This is like doing a routine patrol of your digital property. Web shells have to exist somewhere on your server's file system, typically within folders that the web server can access. Your job is to play detective and look for files that don't belong. Pay close attention to your upload directories, image folders, and temporary folders, as these are common drop zones for attackers. What should you look for? First, newly created script files, especially with suspicious names like shell, PHP, c99.php, or just a random string of characters like xzy123.php. Also, check the modification dates of existing files. Has a core application file that hasn't been touched in years suddenly been modified? That's a massive warning sign. You can automate this process with scripts that scan for new files or file changes and alert you. Simple, consistent manual checks or automated scripts can often be the key to catching a web shell before it does any real damage. Now let's talk about leveling up our detection game. Relying on just one method isn't enough. We need a multi-layered detection strategy. This involves combining two powerful techniques: signature-based detection and heuristic, or behavior-based detection. Signature-based detection is like having a most wanted list. It uses a database of known web shell signatures, specific code patterns, or file hashes to identify malicious files. Many antivirus and malware scanners use this method. It's great for catching common, well-known web shells. However, clever attackers can easily modify their code to evade signature detection. That's where heuristic analysis comes in. Instead of looking for a specific signature, it looks for suspicious behavior, or characteristics. For instance, a script that uses functions like system, exec, or eval to execute system commands. Or a script that tries to bind to a network socket is exhibiting behavior typical of a web shell. By combining both approaches, you get the best of both worlds. You can catch the known bad guys with signatures and the new, unknown threats with heuristics. To bring all this monitoring and analysis together, you need a central command center. This is where security information and event management, or SIEM, solutions come into play. Think of a SIEM as the brain of your security operations. It collects, aggregates, and correlates log data from all over your infrastructure or web server logs, network traffic logs, firewall logs, and file integrity monitoring alerts. Instead of you having to manually check a dozen different systems, the SIEM pulls it all into one place. More importantly, it can connect the dots. For example, a SIEM could correlate a file creation event on your web server with a suspicious inbound connection from a known malicious IP address and a subsequent outbound data transfer. An event like that, seen in isolation, might not raise an alarm, but when correlated by a SIEM, it paints a clear picture of a potential web shell attack. Tools like Splunk, Elastic SIEM, or Graylog can be configured with specific rules to automatically detect the sequence of events that signal a web shell, allowing you to respond almost instantly. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, let's talk about prevention. The old saying, "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure," has never been more true than in cybersecurity. The absolute best way to deal with web shells is to prevent them from being uploaded in the first place. This all comes down to maintaining secure coding practices and hardening your web application. First, validate and sanitize all user input. Never trust data coming from a user. This helps prevent code injection vulnerabilities that attackers might use. Second, be incredibly strict with file uploads. If your application needs to allow uploads, restrict the file types to only what's necessary. For example, only allow JPEG and PNG files if it's an image uploader. Don't just rely on the file extension. Check the file's actual content type. Store uploaded files outside of the web root directory if possible, and disable script execution permissions in the upload folder. Regularly updating your web server, your content management system like WordPress or Drupal, and all its plugins and themes is also non-negotiable. Most web shells get in through known vulnerabilities that have already been patched. By building a secure application from the ground up, you're not just detecting threats. You're building a wall that keeps them out entirely. So let's recap our essential toolkit for web shell detection. We started by understanding what web shells are and the immense risks they pose. We then learned to monitor network traffic for suspicious connections, acting as vigilant guards of our digital space. Cover the importance of regularly reviewing web-accessible directories for our total place files. We discussed implementing a powerful, multi-layered approach that combines signature-based and heuristic detection to catch both known and unknown threats. We saw how SIEM solutions can act as our central security brain, correlating events to uncover sophisticated attacks. And finally, we emphasized the critical role of secure coding practices and proactive hardening to prevent web shells from ever gaining a foothold. By integrating these strategies into your security workflow, you can significantly reduce your risk and build a much more resilient defense. It's a continuous process of vigilance and improvement. But it's one that will pay dividends in protecting your valuable digital assets. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this deep dive into web shell detection. I hope you found these strategies valuable and feel more equipped to protect your servers. Cybersecurity is a journey, not a destination, and every step you take makes a difference. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below with any questions you have or suggest a topic you'd like me to cover next. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you in the next video.